Whoever fills President Frank Pogue's shoes will face tough decisions about how to continue to provide a top-shelf education on ever-dwindling state funding. In part 2 of Special Reports, I sit and talk with the outgoing president and new football coach to get their take on what the future holds for dear old Grambling in fighting for the Tigers.
After a year with perhaps more downs than ups, Grambling State University leaders can't wait until the fall semester comes and a new chapter begins. And that new chapter will begin with a new leader. Frank Pogue announced his retirement in April and plans to say goodbye to Grambling June 30th. The outgoing president doesn't want to leave a blueprint on how to run the school, but he hopes the next leader finds GSU to be the first-class university it has always strived to be.
You will find a wonderful institution. You will find an institution that's ready to embrace your leadership. And you will find an institution that has its own culture.
The new president won't be the only new face on campus. New head football coach and GSU alum Broderick Fobbs will coach on the very same field he played on as a player 20-plus years ago. When Fobbs was hired, his charge was to turn around the disappointments of last season.
One thing that I think that I was able to see from a distance is they were one, already. It was just a matter of getting them to go in the right direction, and I think that we're headed in that direction, and I think the future is bright.
Coach Fobbs will hit the field with a new staff and a lot of new Tigers. The strike by players last season and the forfeit of a game to Jackson State means the Tigers will only hit their home field 3 times this season. Still, Fobbs believes restoring a winning attitude will make the strike nothing more than a distant memory.
Time heals all wounds, and we all know that. I've seen, and we've all seen several people make comebacks and come back from different situations. We can too.
President Pogue believes change is always for the good, especially at Grambling. He says fresh ideas are always needed to keep the university and its students among the best.
My hope is that we have stabilized our institution and prepared it for new presidential leadership.
Students hope whomever the next leader is, he or she will vow to fight for what they deserve, just like they say Pogue has done.
I hope that he just continue the legacy that the presidents before him has set forth.
Leaders in the Grambling Student Government Association say knowing how to creatively stretch the state's dwindling dollars for higher education will be a top priority for the next president.
He has a lot of big shoes to fill with Dr. Pogue retiring. Dr. Pogue was an outstanding man, so I expect nothing less from the next man or woman that steps in his shoes.
Today, the university graduates more than 600 students, the most degrees given out at one time in the school's history, and in many ways symbolically closing a chapter in Grambling's history that perhaps really did have more ups than downs. Just ask any Gramblingite. They'll still tell you tomorrow is always brighter at GSU.
Now, the University of Louisiana system began its search process for a new president Thursday. Board President Sandra Woodley hopes to have an interim president in place by the end of June.
As for the search process for the permanent president, any idea how long that process is going to take? Are they trying to rush this along or not?
No, they're trying to take as long as necessary. There's no rush because they have to find the right person for the job.
Yeah,
all right, we'll continue to wait. Thanks, Jeremy.